What's going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as BitTube to US dollar. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. If you guys didn't watch yesterday's video, we actually did break 5,000 subscribers, and I am doing that giveaway for some Crypto TV merch. In order to enter that, basically, you want to just swing on over to my YouTube channel. As you can see, click on this video right here, the new Litecoin breakout update, this one right here. Click on that, posted 21 hours ago. I'm going to pause that really quick. As you guys can see, 5,000 subscriber giveaway. And if you scroll down, you can see in here the rules. Oops, let me pause that. 24-hour volume 11.5 and Bitcoin dominance 52 points. Okay, that was weird. But as you guys can see, the rules are right here in the description. It says must be a subscriber and have post notifications on. Must like this video. We're trying to get 200 likes, and then comment your size, the t-shirt / the mug you want, depending on which one it is. We're at 142 likes. Let's try to get this to 200. Basically, then again, just comment it. All you guys have already done that. So as you guys can see, everybody's commenting their hoodie and their size. So that is absolutely awesome. Let's just get it to 200 likes plus, and then I'll do the giveaway in a couple of days. So otherwise, let's move on to today's episode. Let's just jump over to the coin market cap, refresh that. As you guys saw in the title, we're going to be talking about the potential move for Litecoin and Bitcoin. Pretty big and interesting plays happening right now. As you guys know, we're pretty close to $60. So as you guys can see, market cap is 221 billion. 24-hour volume is 12.7, and then a Bitcoin dominance of 52%. So we're pretty much even with almost everything. Honestly, we're just seeing a little bit more on the volume side of things. Bitcoin dominance is about exactly the same as yesterday, and then market cap is pretty much the same. I think only like 2 billion we're up, 1.9 up from yesterday. I believe yesterday we were at like 220 billion, so we're really not seeing much change. But when we look at the top 10 cryptos, you can see majority are in green. We have the top 10 right here, and it seems like only one, which is Tether, is down, but really not by much, 0.09%. That really doesn't have much of an effect at all. Bitcoin dominance up, I'd like to say 1% at 66.69. Ethereum up 2.6% at 230. Then we see Litecoin at 59.58, up 3.37, and XRP at 49 cents, up 3.73. So majority of the market is in green. Maker up 25%, seems to be jumping the most. Not really much double digits, but 2 to 3% we seem to be up by. There's a couple 5 or 6%ers, but for the most part, everything is in the green. We're having some coins in the red, but it's only down by like a percentage at most. Otherwise, things look very, very, very nice for today. Just a positive move in a slight upwards direction. Who can ask for much more than that? Not really that volatile today. We were seeing a lot of fluctuation in the past, but things kind of have been flatlining for the past couple of days, which hopefully you guys know on this channel what that means is we're usually headed for some type of move fairly quickly. So I'm kind of debating on which one I want to show you guys first, Litecoin or Bitcoin's chart. I think I'm going to start with Bitcoin and then show you guys what is happening with Litecoin and then Ethereum. So as you guys can see, and hopefully you saw in the thumbnail, I was portraying what exactly is happening within Bitcoin. So as we left off yesterday, we were headed to point E, basically to confirm this Elliott wave formation that is happening. And I was anticipating some sort of move, like I've been saying, in the next day or two to close the Elliott wave. As you guys have noticed this morning or this afternoon, we did manage to break back above our high-low minimum moving average. As you can see right here, we broke above it. We were trading below it. We then retested the top green band and then just shot up in price. We went all the way up to around 66.84, which is literally, quote me on what I said was going to happen yesterday. We actually managed to pull back above, and it's very interesting to see what's been happening in the past, I'd say 12 hours. So when we retested the top of the resistance right here, we broke through phenomenally. Like, we just shot up right through it. And interesting enough, that I guess the bears did not want us to do that, and it retraced us right back down to where this line is like exactly. It's very interesting. The next candle that opened, we opened above it. So you can see right here, we are above it, and we did trade quite a bit, and it was interesting to see whether or not we were going to trade out of it. And then you can see where we are currently, we actually retraced back down. Interesting enough, though, we're not trading below the resistance. So this was acting as a resistance. We were trading below it. We're currently above the resistance, and it's now acting as a support. And why I think this is so crucial for Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market is if I zoom out right now, you guys can see I'm looking at Bitcoin on the daily. You can see what I'm referring to in terms of this Elliott wave that formed. You can see the the bull flag, the symmetrical triangle, whatever you want to call it right here. You can see we have these massive waves that slowly get consolidated into a fine point here. You can see how strong this downtrend is. We had point A, C, and E resistance, and it goes all the way up. These are just the ones that I can fit on the graph, but you can see that these are very strong resistance points right here. So the fact that we're actually starting to break through is huge. It's huge for Bitcoin. We have to start to close. We need to close a daily candle out of it. I do think we're headed back up for our high-low middle moving average. Around $6,800 is projected. You can see the relative strength index is around 52. Plenty of potential to move up from that. It's very interesting. You know, we're continuing to set our higher lows. You can see every time we fall, it's a little bit higher than where we fell last time. So each time it's a little bit higher. You can see we're setting lower highs, but we're also setting higher lows. So it's very interesting. It's all kind of getting mushed up into one point. And we're going to see where it wants to go. It's very, very, very interesting. It's a beautiful thing. I'm glad I get to graph this and show all of you guys where we're headed. Interesting enough, you guys can see, I'm just going to move E for right now a little bit over. You can see we did shoot up above it. We did break above the resistance, and then we retrace back down. So I guess we are considered below it. What we're really looking for to confirm this bullish movement is if we can close a daily candle outside of the downtrend. That will really confirm a bullish movement, because, you know, any moment this could completely reverse off this resistance right here and tumble lower. So we do have to be very cautious as to where this is going, but I am projecting a movement at least up to the high-low MMA fairly soon. Now, how this kind of affects the rest of the market is volume trickles down from these resistances or from these coins, especially Bitcoin, into smaller altcoins. So we saw that massive pop or a slight pop in Bitcoin, and that affects Litecoin. As you guys can see, we're looking at Litecoin on the 4-hour, and you can see what exactly happened recently. So you can see we did draw, I believe it was 2 or 3 days ago, a support on the bottom here that has been, you know, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, just a lot of support. You guys can see it around 57 on this 4-hour graph. You can see we then got kind of sandwiched in between not only this uptrend, but also the top right here. The high-low MMA was acting as our top resistance. And then, you know, we hung out here for enough time, consolidated further, and then with enough volume, we shot up, broke right through the 4-hour, this 4-hour high-low MMA. We broke through the red band, started a new candle, closed on top, and it's now acting as a support. So that's really good for, you know, Litecoin. We saw I wouldn't say a massive, but a pretty big pop in the price. From $57.30, we went all the way up to around almost $60. So a pretty small leap, but it's pretty big when you look at it on the 4-hour for Litecoin. It is headed in the right direction. I'm kind of anticipating a move back up to retest the top of this uptrend, if not retest around 63, basically our previous highs within the market. But otherwise, things are looking quite nice, in my opinion, on cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and Litecoin especially. Very interesting. As you guys can see, we're looking at Ethereum right now, and Ethereum still just seems to be doing its own thing, holding support very, very, very well at around 225, 224 on the support. You can see that white line right there holding quite well right here I'm referring to. You can see we've just been trading sideways out of that. And it literally seems like it's waiting for the high-low MMA to meet down with the price. And if we can continue to hold this support right here, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some type of little shot right up to the high-low MMA and kind of made its job a lot easier and just met it kind of halfway. So I am anticipating some sort of run there. I'm surprised we didn't see any movement at all within Bitcoin and Litecoin, kind of jumping up slightly. But we're going to see how this leads into tomorrow. We could see a potential pullback, but for the most part, I am anticipating a long overdue, you know, slight breakout. You know, I'm sure a lot of you guys are anticipating that. Moving on to BitTube, I know I have a bunch of buddies on my channel that are interested in BitTube, or just some people that are new that want to know what BitTube is, or have BitTube, or know about the exchange. This is the coin itself, not the platform. You can see this is the US dollar calculated by TradingView. So there's actually, I don't believe, anywhere where you can convert BitTube to US dollar. You have to go through another coin, maybe BitTube to, like, I don't know, Tronium, and then maybe, don't quote me on it, or BitTube exchange that for Bitcoin, then obviously put it on an exchange and sell it for US dollar. But as you guys can see, we are in some sort of ascending triangle. We're holding support fairly well. You see strong resistance at around 9 cents, 0.092. You can see we have battled it up here, and now we're just trading out. You know, we're trading sideways. It does seem like we're going to potentially pop out of here. Don't quote me on that. We are above our high-low MMA on the daily, but this is leading up to something. So within the next couple of days, we should see some sort of movement within Tube. The fact that we've already tested it in the past, fell back to support, and now have rode it back up gives me a little more confidence that we could potentially break out of it and kind of move a little bit higher. Keep in mind though that we are almost about to enter being overbought on the daily relative strength index, so that is something to keep in mind. So definitely don't, if you're going to make a play off this, wait until we break this this white line before you buy into it. But otherwise, that's going to sum up the episode for today. Like I said, if you want to enter the giveaway, kind of scroll back to the beginning of the video where I explain the rules. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.